Hey, you guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another episode of this Piscean Reports. How you guys doing tonight? Hopefully, or this evening, well, we probably go up tomorrow, knowing me, you never know. But how are you guys doing today, this evening? Hopefully, you're having a fabulous day or have had a fabulous day. For those of you new to my channel, welcome aboard. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, you guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, so let's see here. I did that. Those new to my channel. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so this is the last day of Cancer season. So I thought let's go ahead and wrap up Cancer season with a reading. We are going to do like we did yesterday. I liked yesterday's, the way I had it set up, career, love, advice. So I said, and I'm hoping, you know what, you guys can probably hear that traffic. I'm wondering if I need to pause and let the window down. The cicadas haven't started, so we're good. It's 7 o'clock, almost 7. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I like how we did that yesterday. I said, let's go ahead and wrap up Cancer season the way we did it yesterday. I was loving that, okay? And we are going to go ahead and dive in. Let's go ahead and get started with the career. So, your first card, you guys have Vision Board. Your second card, you have Motivation. I like that. And the third card, you have Ask for what you want. What you want in Cancer? Well, oh my goodness, happy birthday. I'm so sorry. Happy birthday, Cancer. I hope you guys had a lovely day. I'm hoping you're going to have a beautiful afternoon, maybe a fabulous evening for those 18 and over, or having a fabulous evening. Yeah, so let me go ahead and get back into this. Sorry. I just was like, oh my God, you didn't say happy birthday. That's not nice. So, and I love love. Your love cards are interesting. You have true love. Oh, true love. So beautiful. And you have make the effort. Okay. And you have children. Oh my goodness. And this was interesting. I like this row because it could go any number of ways. I was looking at it and I'm like, do I just pick one and go with it, or just go ahead and do like I usually do? Just give you guys different scenarios because everybody's different. Not everybody's the same, I feel like I am going to have to let that window down. As much as I love the breeze, you guys see my candles. We got a pretty decent breeze. A cool front came through and it's lovely. And I'm not really wanting to let that down, but I guess I got to hang on a sec. Okay, hold on. Okay, that's a little better. The other window is still up, so I don't think it'll be too much. And finally, so for your advice in tarot, you've got the Page of Pentacles, and we are working with the Moonlight. Hold on, let me scooch this over. Moonlight Dream Tarot. Love these cards. Love them, love them. Anything to do with the moon, I'm all in, right? And I love it. It's like he's like holding, it looks like, it's an orb. It's an orb. Not all of them have a moon on them, but just being under moonlight and stars. But anyway, because there's a moon on this one. And then you've got the Eight of Wands. My ear is ringing. Ringing. That might mean something. I need to start paying attention. They may be tuning me up for you guys reading. I don't know. And then finally, your third card here, you have the Tower. Tower. I believe that's Aries energy, if I'm not mistaken. Um, okay. So let's get started. We're going to start with your career cards. Now, overall for career. I'm focused more on the middle card, which is motivation. Um, It says, pray for guidance as to how to increase your enthusiasm and focus on your projects. And so I'm feeling like this. Um, there's something you guys are working on or creating or doing. You know what, Cancer? Let me say this. You got a full plate. I'm gonna when I saw the cards on a whole, you got a full plate here because you're doing something for yourself. It's like you're trying to create something or working on a project at this time. It can be a work project. It could be something that you're just doing for fun or that you enjoy doing for fun, you know? But it's like you, and understandably so, on one of these thoughts that I had on if in love, but I'll get to that in a second. So I feel like this, you've got a lot going on right now. It's like it's one of two things. You are either working on something and maybe you're having trouble maintaining the enthusiasm that you once had when you started whatever your project is, okay? And then seeing vision board here, I feel like the vision board, and ask for what you want, is the advice from the universe, okay? So you got something going on, all right? Honestly, you got a lot going on, but I'll tell you in a second here, because you've got love and children and career, and even if it's not career the motivation to start something new as far as a new career, just even if you just wanted to do something for fun, just finding the motivation to do that thing that you love to do, okay? And then the advice from spirit is like, listen, you're struggling at this time, and they're suggesting that you try to, with vision board, it said create a vision board or create a board with images and words that inspire you. So if you are feeling at this time a little lackluster about an idea that you have or was entertaining, and understandably so when I think about this in here, the advice from spirit is, well, you know what, why don't you just try creating a vision board. There's something you're interested in, something you're thinking about doing, you want to do, you're not quite sure, or maybe you thought about it, but life be lifing, right? And so this is that advice. The universe is like, listen, to keep you focused on what it is that you are creating, create a vision board, because if you've got something to look at, and keep it somewhere where we're in the house, you could create the vision board. And I don't know, from a feng shui point of view, I don't know if you should necessarily put it in a bedroom. I think everybody's got to go to bed and you got to get up, so you can't help but see that. But at the same time, from feng shui, I think they say that you don't want to mix business. You don't want to have anything to do with business in your bedroom. It's hard to sleep, if I'm not mistaken. So, but you could find somewhere else in the house, there's walls all over in the house. Find a place that would be nice enough for this board, where you wouldn't mind walking by and seeing it and it not ruin the decor. That I'm anal like that. Like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do a board and be like, oh no, it'll mess up my living room, and I definitely can't put it in the bedroom, and I don't know if I want to put it in the bathroom, because what if the glue after showers and things like that, and it starts to curl up and melt and the whole nine. So, but there's somewhere in your house, this is their suggestion, this isn't me, this is you. So they're saying create a vision board and then just put it somewhere where you can see it, and that'll be that motivation to keep going on this project. Okay. And then I love this one right here, your guides and your angels. And I'm looking at this, you see this woman. It is an angel. I thought so. You've got this angel here, and she's got her little trumpet, or her horn, and she's blowing the horn and, putting out whatever statements or energy that goes along with this horn, this announcement. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm wanting. This is what the Cancer, almost said collective. This is what Cancer is needing right now. And so, and I love this also because there's the moon in the background. And when I saw the moon, I had to grab my phone. I wanted to check because we are in the waxing phase of the moon. And during a waxing phase is when you put your intentions into the, put your intentions out into the universe. This is what I'm wanting. This is what I'm thinking. So I see them saying, listen, you got an idea, and I know you're busy and life is doing what life does. If you guys have children, and I'm clearly with this here, with seeing children here, it's hard to, be there for them and do the things you need to do for your children and your husband or boyfriend or significant. We'll say that, significant. Not everybody, it's a new day, it's a new age, and I ain't hurting. I ain't hating. I have no problems with that whatsoever. None at all. Anyway. And so, yeah, the universe is like, okay, listen, we are, at this time, we are in that waxing phase of the moon. It's at 62%, I think it said. Right now it's at 62%. So it's past the half moon stage, but you still have time to put your intentions out there, because during the full moon, you should reach that intention by the full moon. At least that is the idea. So create your vision board, something you can see to keep you motivated, keep you going, right? And then make sure that you have those conversations with the universe. You could do it while you're making dinner. You can do it while you're doing dishes, and you don't have to have conversations out loud. Not everybody is audible like that. You could just be thinking it and saying it quietly to yourself. Having conversations with your guides and your angels. Listen, I really do want that, but I'm concerned about this, and then there's that, and then what do I do about this, and then oh my gosh, I don't even know. Like have those conversations, and like I said, ask for what you want, because it's it says clear communication with yourself, with God, and with others will help you avoid any misunderstandings and speed up the process of answered prayers. So yeah, put your intentions out there, put your thoughts, put your intentions out there. I will be the first one to tell you, and nothing works better than to have those conversations, a sincere heart-to-heart conversation with the universe, and then watch that ish happen. Whatever, watch that shit happen. I'm sorry. I know my mouth is terrible. I keep saying I'm going to change, and then some days I just be like, you know what, whatever. It lands better when I just be myself and say what I'm going to say. So anyway, and let me see, what was on the bottom? Yeah, and you have time management on the bottom. It says place your priorities at the top of your to-do list and don't allow distractions to deter your focus. So, yeah, if this is a career, if this is something that you're doing, if you're doing like social media, and most people do right now, especially now because, social media isn't like it used to be. Back in the day, I swear that burns my ass too. Because I said it to you guys a long time ago when I first was telling everybody, do this. Like, you can literally quit your job and make hella money, doing on social media, just doing what you love and showing off your gifts. And so many people, because you had, and this is why I say the government literally stepped in and ruined it for everybody. Literally ruined it. They went to YouTube and they was like, look, we got teenage children. Okay, moms and dads are out there and they're working their 40-hour work weeks and putting in, doing the 9 to 5, and they're grinding. Meanwhile, their teenage kids is making, hundreds and thousands of dollars on YouTube. And of course, who wants to, you don't think about college as much anymore, not when you could just go online and show everybody how awesome you are and make money, hundreds and thousands of dollars. So the government stepped in and they halted that, and all of a sudden everybody went from making hella money on a monthly basis to little to nothing. So now we have to go back to where we have to work for the man, right, and still do what we love. But there are some people who still can make money doing it full time on YouTube. But for those of you, if it's a situation where you have to go to work and you're still trying to do something on social media, and it's hard, and maybe you're just like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And the universe is like, no, Cancer. Don't lose your center. Don't lose your focus. Maybe you have that thing that everybody enjoys and needs. Okay, so keep going where that's concerned. All right, I didn't mean to go on a tangent. I'm sorry, but it just really pisses me off because there were adults who were mad as hell that young kids were making hundreds and thousands of dollars. I think it's funny as hell, that you guys was out there and you were killing it. And then adults started looking at the kids making all this money. They was like, oh shit, why do I want to do it too? And then they started, and then the universe, not the universe, but the Matrix, we'll say that. The Matrix is like, wait a minute, if everybody is leaving the work world and they're making all their money online, where does that leave us? How does that, it affected their bottom line. And they didn't like it. So they stepped in, they just pretty much halted it and ruined everybody's good time, But anyway, you may have something. Okay, so stay focused, Cancer. You're good. Now, let's get to love. Sorry. Now, you had true love, make the effort, and children. When I saw this here, I'm seeing a couple of scenarios, right? My first thought is someone may be pregnant. You may be with child at this time, which is why I said your love life is being affected by children. And so there may be someone out there who is pregnant at this time, and maybe you're not feeling as beautiful, or as desirable. You're pregnant right now, and the person that you love, you may be feeling some type of way, like they're not wanting me like they used to. They're not hanging around like they used to. They're not, things are a little different right now. Okay, and I think you may be a little worried. Okay, so if you are that one, if you're pregnant and you're thinking that you're somehow not desirable anymore, you first of all, you had make the effort here. Okay, and I love it because you already have true love, and then it said great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I feel like the universe is just letting you. First and foremost, let me say this: your person still loves you. Life, having children changes things. It's a fact. It's a well-known fact. Everybody knows, once you have children, the romance tends to dissipate a little bit, subside, it kind of falls off, because when it was just the two of you guys, it was hot and heavy and fabulous and all the time, and you know what I mean. And you guys just got married, or maybe you guys have been living together for a minute, and your personal life, your romantic life was on point. No complaints. You were probably the envy of your friends. You guys had it going on, and whoops, now you're pregnant, and maybe you may be feeling your person is not doesn't looks at you differently or feels differently about you. Don't worry about that. Okay. Now I will say this: if you are feeling like maybe your person doesn't want you, they could be just slacking off to kind of give you a break, because clearly your plate's full. Your plate's full. You're trying to do a little something. Maybe you have a job. On top of the job, you're trying to do a little something for yourself on the side, and now you're pregnant, or you have children. And either way, however you look at it, because if it is the situation where you're pregnant and you're thinking maybe your person's not feeling you're digging, they're probably just kind of pulling back because you're further along. If you feel that way, make the effort. Let them know you're still feeling them, you're still frisky, you're still wanting that. Or if you am I going to say that? You can make sure making the effort can go both ways. You can come at them, or you can let them, say something to them and say, babe, are we good? We're not, where we were. In which case they're going to be like, oh no, babe. And then they'll probably let you know what's going on. And you say, well, I'm still, you still want it, whatever. And just like I said, make the effort. Maybe your person doesn't know you're still feeling, the way you're feeling, the way you felt to make the child, right? So anyway, either way, for others of you, it is literally that. You guys, your children, you guys, you're, first of all, you and your person are the right ones. Okay, with true love here, you guys are good. This is your person, and you guys have an amazing relationship. Okay, but children are affecting the things, life starts happening, everybody's got to go places. We got to do things. You got to be here. They got to be there, and the whole nine. In which case, once again, making the effort, taking a date night. Some people do that, a date night, although it's really hard in this economy. But it doesn't mean you necessarily have to go out. You can get someone to watch the children for you. Get grandma to watch the children, or get a sitter or something like that. And then you guys go off and go back to the house and have a nice little romantic evening. So however you look at it, you're okay. It's just, you got a lot going on here. You got children, or you're pregnant, and you're doing this, and you're working. It's like a full plate. And I say that because in the advice here, I always do that. Can't help myself. We're seeing the 8 of Wands here, and when I looked at the Page of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and the Tower together, I feel like things are about to pick up a pace or two in your life. Okay? And in a good way, though. In a good way. I don't see anything bad here. I think, when you think Tower, you're like, oh my God, something terrible is going to happen. No. I think that this is more a situation where, wow, you're going to be pretty shocked at how... how busy you get. Maybe you weren't expecting to become quite so busy, needed. You didn't, things are definitely gonna pick up a pace, no question. If you're pregnant, yes, absolutely, things are gonna pick up a pace in your life. You're gonna have to deal with children. You're gonna have to deal with you're still trying to keep your eyes on the prize here. Maybe you're trying to do something to where you can walk away from work and make this happen for you. In which case, it'd be fabulous. You can stay home with the children. You can do what you love. The universe is definitely motivating you with motivation, vision board. Ask for what you want. We're here. We got it. You got something. Don't give up on that. Your love life, you're good to go. You're with the right person. It's a beautiful thing. If there's a little lull in the romance area, that they said, make the effort, let them know, be that one, because what was on the bottom of the deck? Honeymoon. Y'all just need a little time to get away. So I'm loving that. I'm absolutely loving that. Okay, now, and then like I said, with the overall message in tarot is just honey, 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 or sir. Yeah, things are going to be picking up a pace. If you're the man in this situation, make that effort. Maybe your girl ain't thinking that you loving her like you used to, and you got a lot on your plate. You got, maybe if you do have a child on the way, and you're trying to make something happen in YouTube or social media in general, TikTok or whatever, wherever, or out in the world. Not everybody does everything online. Just about everybody, but not everybody. Maybe you're trying to make something happen out in the street. You're trying to start your own business, right? And that's fine. Keep something, keep in conversation with the universe. Keep your eyes on the prize. There's plenty of people. I know, I don't want to say his name, but there's a gentleman who talked about how, hey, he worked his regular gig until it got to the point where his channel took off. And he did a video of himself in Miami, and he's in this beautiful part of Miami, and it's lovely, and he's, pointing out all these fabulous, things that are going on in Miami, how it looks so glamorous, but in reality it's not. And it's a whole nother, I could go on about that, but whatever. Yeah, so if that's you, keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize, okay? You're good. Make sure you have those conversations with spirit, your guides, your angels. They're there to help you. Your passed on loved ones are there to help you, okay? So that's that. And like I said, you just might need to let the little woman know that you there for her too. You got a full plate. Whoever this is, male, female, you got a full plate. Okay, and just know, this is just the universe letting you know, hey, just letting you know, things are going to pick up a pace or two in your life. You're going to probably be a little shocked at how fast the pace is about to go in your life, but it's all good, okay? It's a beautiful time. It's an exciting time. Excitement with the tower, things happening quickly, the universe just letting you know you got love, and you got children, and you got your business, and you got it. But everything's going to be fine. Just like I said, with honeymoon on the bottom, if there's a lull in relationship, just take a little time out. You had honeymoon on the bottom of the deck. You had, what was the time management? Just focus on time management. Okay, you got this. Whoever, male, female, Cancer, you got this. All right. What was on here? You have a Knight of Pentacles on the bottom, but if I had to look at that as advice, it's, don't let any grass grow under your feet, all right? Things are going to be happening pretty quickly for you. Things are going to get a little busy for you, but it's okay, okay? All right, that is the message that I have for you guys at this time. Cancer, I hope you enjoyed it. This is the last day of Cancer season. I hope you guys have a fabulous day, okay? Is there anything else we want to add? No, I think that's it. That's it. just know, life is gonna, things are, if it's not busy now, it damn sure is gonna be. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Good luck, good luck, good luck. I hope everything works out. I'm sure it will. I'm sure everything will be just fine. Okay. I see nothing here that says, oh, no, no, no. It's just the universe is all about reminding you. Keep focused on that. Don't lose focus. Many people have managed to combine work with social, the whatever. I always keep saying social media because I do social media. Not everybody does that, but whatever you got going on, you can combine work with your pet project. Okay. Just stay motivated. Everything's gonna be fine. Your love life is doing good. If you think it's a little, lackluster, things aren't happening, make the effort. Okay, you had honeymoon on the bottom. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go. I will talk to you guys next time on the next video. I hope everybody had a great Cancer season, Cancer birthdays. I hope you had good times. Okay. I will talk to you guys later. I'll see you next time on the next video. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.